I have several friends, Protestant friends, that ask questions, and I'm really happy to share my Catholic faith with them. The one question I am absolutely terrified of them asking is this, and I want to ask how you would respond as an apologist. It's how can you defend the teachings of the Catholic Church when there are bishops, cardinals, and sometimes even seemingly the Pope who refuse to do it, and when there are bishops and cardinals who are openly advocating redefining truth and redefining sin. So can you help me with that, please?
Yeah. It's a good question. We know that in the true church, there will be weeds that grow up alongside the wheat. We know that in the true church, Matthew 13, 47-50, that the net of the church contains both good and bad fish, meaning both the saved and the unsaved. And we know in the true church that this includes, at times, wicked church leaders. The son of perdition, Judas Iscariot, was called by Jesus. John 6, the very last two verses, Jesus says, "Did I not call you 12, and one of you is a devil?" That is about as clear as it gets. So we don't allow human sinfulness and wickedness to turn us away from the true church, because it's one of the things we know about the true church is that there will be wicked people present there. St. Paul warns that after his departure, fierce wolves will come in, not sparing the flock. And so you have over and over again these warnings about false prophets and heretics and everything else arising within the church. And so to then say, but look, there are false prophets and heretics arising within the church, even among her clergy, you could raise that objection at any point for the last 2,000 years, including in the first century. That's where I would start. That is just not a good reason. Like when I say I'm Catholic, I say I believe what the Catholic Church teaches. It doesn't mean I agree with every fellow Catholic. I don't have to agree with every fellow Catholic. It doesn't mean I agree with every homily I've ever heard. It doesn't mean I agree with every theologian I've ever read. It doesn't mean any of those things, because the church has a means of defining what is and isn't Catholic teaching. And so this is, ironically, I would suggest, a point of strength as a Catholic. There is such a thing as being a bad Catholic. I can be a person who identifies as Catholic and rejects the explicit teaching of the Catholic Church. I don't know how I could be a bad Protestant. I could be a Protestant who believes baptism does something, or a Protestant who believes baptism doesn't do something. But since there's no Protestant body to tell me which way I'm supposed to believe, I'm not a bad Protestant, I'm just a different Protestant. And so the point is, in Catholicism, there is a standard. And there's a standard of truth that we can live up to or not live up to. It's not left to my personal interpretation or my own opinions or anything like that. So I think the fact that there are bad Catholics, as paradoxical as it is actually a comforting reminder that there are standards. Standards they're not living up to, surely. But there are standards, and there's a clear sense of the truth nevertheless.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this Catholic Answer, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out our live streams Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific. Or find the episode after on YouTube, your favorite podcast platform, or our Catholic Answers app.